So my brows are already cleaned up. I actually did a part one of this brow tutorial where I showed you guys how I clean up my brows. Like just create that clean, sculpted frame for the actual, drawing of, the brows. Because I just feel like when your brows are like cleaned up properly, or threaded or waxed out, they just give that frame, that nice clean frame for you to actually work on. So I decided to do one, showing you guys use how I do them by myself. And if there's something that you're interested in, please check. The video will be linked to this video so you can actually check it out. For this tutorial, I'll be using a pencil. This one is a brown pencil from Beautylinebydidi, and I'll need a flat brow brush as well. This one is from Nubanbeauty, and it's called their NX51 brush. A spoolie, a brow wax or a styling gel, and what I'm using today is from Patrick Tar. And then a foundation or a concealer of your choice. And I'll just be taking out the shades that I work with from this palette, and then a mirror, of course, so you can see what you're doing up close. I'm gonna take my spoolie now and brush my hair upwards with my pencil. I'm just going to draw my first line at the bottom, slightly below where my brow hair ends. And since my brow hair is already framed out, now the reason why I always say like it's always easier to start off with like a clean framed out or cleaned out brow is because it already gives you that structure to follow, like that it just maps it out for you. And I naturally just follow what is already there, the structure that's already there. I don't try to recreate anything, whether on myself or when I'm working on a client. I just follow what's already there. So I take my brow pencil now and I start from like the middle right here, and I just draw my pencil, my first line right there where my brow is supposed to end, making sure that it stops where it's supposed to end, and then I connect it now to the front. And I'm always very light-handed with my brows. I don't like to like draw on very thick lines or filling very thick. I said thickly. I just, I go very light-handed. And after I do that, I go on top now again, and then I just try to connect that line right there. So more like I'm connecting the top one to the bottom one, but without I'm doing it directly where my brow begins, and I'll just connect it down there. And then I'll fill the areas in where I do not naturally have hair. I'll just fill those areas in with pencil. And then the front that I do have hair, I lightly just take I lightly fill it. I fill it in pencil too, but I do it very lightly because I really do not need too much right there. And then I take this brush actually has a spoolie. You can either use this or I just take my spoolie. Anyways. And I just brush it up. And then I'll go in with now with my foundation stick now, and I'll scoop out a shade that is one shade or two shades lighter than my natural skin tone. So I'm going in with this shade right here. This one right here. Now, I personally don't like to go in with a foundation or a concealer shade that is too light because I personally think the lighter it is, the harder it will be to blend out. So the trick with that is, especially if you're a beginner, and you're looking to like learn how to draw your brows. So the trick with it is going with a shade that is just going with a complexion shade that is a shade or two shades lighter at most. That way, it gives you enough room to blend that into your skin without it necessarily like standing out, and then you're seeing that extra concealer line or foundation line under your brows, on top of your brows. And also I also with everything like to go in gradually. I don't believe in packing too much on if I don't need it. And so like just start gradually, and if you think you need more, you go in with more. So picking up my brow brush now, I'll just take a little bit of that, foundation on the brush, and then I just clean up. So now I'm taking something that is like my foundation color, or maybe slightly darker. Since I'll naturally like just contour around here, I'll go in with this color right here, the shade right here. Spread it at the back of my hands as well, and then just also clean up the beginning of the brow. So that same foundation that is like close to my, foundation color, or maybe slightly darker, I would take for the top part of the brows. And for this part, I don't really do anything spectacular. I just glide in that brush from top to bottom, because the shape is already there. I don't really need to do too much for the top part. And to be honest, sometimes I actually do skip that part. I skip concealing the top part. And then with an extra brush or with your hands, I would typically always use my hands. I just clean the area around it. And then I'll take my brow wax now, take a little on the brush, and just brush through my brow hair. And that's it, guys. We come to the end of this tutorial. I hope it was straight to the point and helpful. If it was, please don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Till I see you again in my next tutorial. Stay beautiful, guys. Bye.